Hello, Julie here and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be making a piece of ephemera for a new journal I'm starting. Now for this journal I'm going to be using a paper collection or a digital kit from SunflowersAndDors, and this one is called Spring Daisies or something like that. I haven't got the name here with me at the moment, but I'll put a link to it in the description box anyway, so you'll be able to find it. But it's called something Daisies or Daisy something. Anyway, it's a beautiful collection. I love daisies, and I'm going to make a journal for my granddaughter using this. So I'll just have a quick run through. I've printed this double-sided. There are two plain papers, but where is it? Here. So that's one plain one with the crease down the centre. I made a mistake when I printed these, and I had expanded them too large, and I've cut the numbers off. There's numbers at the tops of these pages, and also there's this one which has not got the fold line in it, so that's just straight out ledger paper. So I've printed probably this on the back of each of my pattern papers. But I also did one just like this, because this makes just a nice plain page in your journal. So let's have a look at the papers. This one's gorgeous. I mean, they're all beautiful, and as I said, I've printed on the back of all of them. Now look at that for a page, you know, in your journal. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Oh, this one I've printed just a plain coffee dyed paper on the back. That's just from my own collection. This one, so that makes a page like that. And you can see, you may not be able to see, but this side here has got light text in the background, and then the journaling, the ledger lines over the top of that. So that's a gorgeous page as well. Here we have a double daisy page, so you know, you get your daisies on both sides with that one. This one with the daisies along the bottom. Very pretty. This one. Now the full page patterns are all pretty similar, but they're all a bit different. You can see they're like collage pages, but each one has a little bit different about them. So there's that one as well. So that's got the same things here and the same daisies there, but it's got different things through the background. So there's that one. There's that one. There's that one. And there's that one. Oh, that might be the same as that one. I may have printed that one twice, just because I'll use that to create embellishments. And I've got the backing there. And then there are a heap of pages with all sorts of different embellishments. I have fussy cut them all, just because I like to have them, if I'm working on a journal and I want to make a pocket, I like to have them ready to go. I don't like to stop and cut them out. And there's also these words as well. So there's pockets. There's an assortment of tags. Now I've printed some of these at 2 a page and made them a little bit smaller, which of course you can do with any of these. You can reduce your full pages down to A5 size if you want. I think I printed these at full size, I'm not sure. I can't really remember what ones I printed what. These are side pockets. They're very handy. They've got a nice shape here with them, and you fold these down and put them on the side. There are different sides, so that one there, that side, this is the right side, this is the left side. And they've all got the same sort of images on them, so they're going to be very useful in the journal. Tag, another tag, a different size. But as I said, you can print these basically to any size you like. resize them. There's another large tag. There's 2 large tags there. I hope you still see them. So they're the 3 large tags. There's another large tag, so a nice collection of them. Here we have some washi strips, a postcard. I think there might be 3 or 4 postcards, so 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, it's a very extensive kit. There's a little pocket, bottom pocket, and that probably fits, you know, one of these tags in. These tags maybe. You know, you could put a couple of those in there. A little bottom pocket. Another full-size tag, and another. A, you know, sloping pocket. There's your pocket. They've got all the flaps on here and the lines where you score to fold them in. There's another one. So they're that side and they are that side. So you've got the 2, the left and the right. We have an envelope, a square envelope. This is like one of those little tag booklets, so you can cut that down the middle if you want to, or you can fold it over and make a little pocket for something. Another one. So that's that one and that one. Here we have a little coin envelope. Probably go that way. Yeah, go that way. Now what else have we got here? Oh, these are little fold up pockets. So that comes up like that and then that comes down like that. And you've got your little envelope type thing there. There's 2 of those. Then we have journaling cards. 1, 2, 3. There's another one. 4. Another little pocket. Another little pocket. A medium tag. So that's between that size and the small one. So there's probably 3 or 4 of those in there as well. Some more washi strips. Some stamps, so some little cute little stamps, or stamp shapes, quite a few of those. More washi strip. Is a little label, upside down, but a little label. These are, you know, for the sides of you, so they make a tuck on your page. Just stick down there and you can tuck things in there, or you can of course glue along there as well. And I think there's 3 of those. So that side, left and right. More stamps, more washi tape, or washi strips. That's a stamp as well, I just didn't cut that with the pinking shears. And some more labels. So that's the whole kit. It's a huge kit. I can't remember how many pages in the kit, but there's plenty here for me to work with. So I'm going to make just an embellishment today. I haven't assembled my journal or anything as yet, but I will do so. So I'll pack all this up and I'll get ready and I'll come back. Okay, so I'm going to work with one of the all over pattern pages. And it's got the print on the back, as I've already mentioned. So I'm going to first of all cut this down to my page. My journal, when I make it, is going to be this height, 8 1/4. So I'm going to cut this down to 4 inches because I'm making something to go into a pocket in the journal. So I'm going to cut that off at 6 inches. And I'm going to cut this off at 9 3/4 inches. Okay, now I'm going to use my scoreboard. I'm going to score this at 3 1/4 and 6.5. I'm going to fold over like so, and that one over like so. Okay, so I'm going to trim just a little fraction off of that because I want that to sit inside of the other one. So I'm just going to take just a smidge off. So there it's about 1/16 of an inch. So that now just sits in there like so. Okay, let's burnish those folds. Like so. So that gives us a trifold, and I'm going to make some pockets in here as well. So I might just cut this. What I'm going to do is make 3 separate pockets because I don't want them all falling into each other. So I'm going to cut that there, and then that one is going to cut that there and cut that. First of all, let's cut the first one. So there. So I'm cutting it just a little bit shy of that fold so that it doesn't a little bit too tight. I'll just take a little smidge off of that. Excellent. So that is, I don't know whether you can see that or not, but there's the fold right there, and I've got just a little whisker here and a little whisker there. Now I'm going to do the same for this next one. So let's bring that in a fraction. I think I want to cut it about there. So cut that about there. And see how that fits in there. Yep, they both shut perfectly. Now this one, I'm going to just have a fraction showing there and just a smidge here. I'm going to cut that about there. So if you're looking for measurements, that is 3 3/16 or 3 1/8. You could make it 3 1/8. Yeah, that one's 3 1/8. And that one's 3 1/8. So 3 1/8 will do the trick for those. Now I'm going to use my corner rounder. So I'm going to use my corner rounder on these. So let's find the tops and do the top corners on these. One, two, and 3. And I'm also going to cut a little divot in the top. Now I don't want that to be too deep. Just a little something there. Trying to get it in the middle. This is a 2-inch circle punch, but you use whatever you've got. I would probably prefer a little smaller one, but this was the only one they had when I went to the shop to buy one, and you know what it's like. When you want one, you want it now. So that's, I should have probably punched all of these at once, and then I would have got them all in the same place and all the same depth. Now, they're not going to be exactly the same, are they? There we go. Now, I'm going to take this and this to my sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch around the outside of this and the outside of my pockets. Once I've got that done, I'll come back. Okay, so I've stitched around all of the pieces, and I've decided to go with a green thread for this one. I think it blends in nicely with the daisies and the greenery. So now I'm going to attach, now I think I'm going to cut my threads off on this journal. So I'm going to, because it's for a younger person, they might not appreciate all of those threads hanging around. So I'm going to cut those all off. So I'm going to use my art glitter glue to attach each of these pockets. I think I might do them in that order. Making sure that we've got clear space there on that fold line. I haven't inked, so I'll make a journal without inking. Yeah, that goes. Haven't done that before. I do like to ink everything, but I'm going for the clean look, perhaps no inking. So I hope everyone has got over New Year, Christmas and New Year, all gone now. This journal is actually for my granddaughter's 2023 year. Each year I make her a book that highlights the previous year, or highlight. The idea was that I would make it at the beginning of the year and then I'd add to it as the year went by, but that hasn't seemed to have happened. I always end up, like this journal that I'm making in January 24 is to hold her 2023 memories, so yeah, and then I have to go hunting for photos and things to put in it. Okay, so we've got that. Now, I'm thinking I might put an eyelet in here and just wrap some sari or something around that before I put anything inside. So I'm going to grab my crocodile and some supplies, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've got my crocodile and I'm just going to put an eyelet in here. I'm going to use the large hole and I'm going to just eyeball the centre, punch my hole there. Then I'm going to use a gold eyelet and one of these gold rings on the back. And put them in there. These eyelets are just a fraction bigger than that hole. I bought these on, I don't know, Temu or something like that, Amazon maybe, can't remember. And I wasn't really sure about the size, but they work and They have got like a nice opening there, you know, they're quite a large eyelet, which I quite like, especially if I'm trying to thread something through it. So we've got our eyelet there. Now I've got some sari silk here. Let me open this up. And I think I'm going to try and cut this in half, because I don't want too bulky. I mean, cut it in half widthways, because I don't really want a bulky. So I have to cut it to the length I want. So there. That around a couple of times and then tie a knot. Oh, yeah, tie a knot. So I want about that much. So let's cut that off there. And then let's put a little nick there. Let's see if we can tear that. Perfection. So we can put that through there. Wrap that around and then tie that as we choose, or we can thread that through there, tie it here, tie a knot, and another. Haven't left myself much fabric there, have I? Let's see if it's possible. Get another knot. I might have to undo that and leave myself a bit more room. See if I can get that through with my tweezers. Got it. Tie that nice and tight. Okay. And we can wrap that around that and just tuck that in to secure it. Okay, right, now we've got our, actually I am going, oh no, that's right, I want it on the outside, the knot on the outside is much better. Okay. All right. Okay, right, now let's have a look at the inside. I'm going to put some of these tags in here. So I've got a couple there, a couple for that one, a couple for that one. And then I thought I'd use one of these bigger ones in the middle, but I'll need to trim this down a bit. So let's do that. I don't know whether I might need, let's just trim 1/4 inch off each side. See if that's wide enough. Yep, that's fine. Do I want that and one of those in each pocket? I think that's better, isn't it? What do you think? Yes, well, I think I do prefer the bigger ones, so I'm going to cut 2 more down. I did cut those out by hand, so not being straight doesn't surprise me at all. Got that there, and that there. I think I'm going to mount these tags on something because they're a bit too flimsy for my liking for a tag. Do something like that. So you don't need to watch me do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to back these onto probably some cream cardstock, and then I'm going to stitch around the edges of each of them. So I'll do that and then I'll come back. Okay, so before I have backed them, I've backed them onto some nice thick cream card. You can see that is quite sturdy. So I have backed all of them, and I thought before I stitch around them I'll add the tabs. Now for the smaller ones I'm just going to use a piece of the same pattern paper, stitch along that down the middle probably with a zigzag and attach it like that. But with these ones I have got these scraps of green, and I've also got this whale tail punch that I got off of Amazon just a couple of weeks ago. Now this was 37 Australian dollars, which is pretty good price really, and it took about 3 or 4 days to get here, so I was quite happy with the deal. It cuts a bit differently than what I thought. You have to, now first of all let's decide, do I want the spot or the plain? The spot or the plain? I think I'll go for the spot. So what you have to do is fold your paper over like so, and then push that into your punch. Put that in so that, I might just burnish that fold so it's nice and flat. So then you push that into your punch, and I'll do it upside down so we can see what we're doing. So that goes right in like so, and then punch. And that gives you the double whale tail. You can do it single, so if you just want one, you don't want it to go over, you just want to stick it on the front or something like that, you can just do one side. But I'm going to do double for both of all of these, and you can see it doesn't have any trouble at all cutting through 2 layers of pattern paper. And this is, you know, reasonably sturdy pattern paper. It's a Papercraft paper, so they're quite good for thickness. Yeah, so I was really quite happy to get hold of this on Amazon. So that was, I think it was Amazon Australia, and it was 37 and a few cents. I'm not sure how much. Okay, so now that I have that, and do you know what? I am really struggling with not having ink around these. So I think I'm going to ink them. I can't help myself. They just don't seem to look finished to me. They just seem to don't have a border. They just run on forever, if you know what I mean. So I will do one and ink around it, and then attach the tab on screen here, and then I'll do the rest off screen, because once again you don't need me to watch me do trivial things like inking and gluing. So once I have this tab glued onto my tag, I will then go and stitch around it using the same green cotton that I've been using on the other parts of this. So I will use that green cotton throughout the whole journal. I don't seem to be able to make a journal without stitching it either, so stitching and inking seems to be my must-dos. So I'm going to stick that on there like so. It's a bit crooked, doesn't it? Seem to be holding my head on the side to get it straight. So there we go. So these little thin ones, I can't stick them on until after I've stitched them, it would just be too hard. Where's my... There we go. Wipe that glue up before it gets on everything. Okay, so there we go. So that's what our tags are going to look like. And so I'll buzz off and do those bits and pieces, and then I'll be back. Okay, so now I'm just going to add a little bit of decoration to the front of this. I've finished my tags, so there they are there. They're all stitched around and all the little tabs are on. But I thought I'd just add something to the front here. And I've got some offcuts from the cardstock that I used to back the tags. And I'm just going to use this as a label, so that's going to cover the whole area there. Actually, that's a little bit too long. Cut that off. Corner around again and ink that end, and then attach that on there, because I don't want it hanging over the edge. I want to make sure I get it on straight, like so. Probably down lower than I wanted it, so I'm going to put that up there like so. So as I said, I have inked around the edges of all of these, and I'm just using bits and pieces. Okay, now I'm using one of the stamps and this piece of paper and cardstock offcut, and I'm going to attach the stamp to the cardstock, just like that, just to separate it a little bit from this. Now I'm going to stick that whole thing on there. Actually, I'm going to drop it down a bit like so. There. Let's burnish those a little. And then I've cut a word from the word sheet, and I'm going to attach that just on there like so. Okay, so that's going to be the decoration for the front. Now, let's put our tags in here. So, one in there. One in there. And one in there. And then one of these in each. Now I'm not going to decorate these pockets here because I've already got plenty of bulk here, especially with these tags. I was thinking I may actually have to remove one of the tags from each pocket, like the smaller tag, but at this point in time I'm going with the whole deal, and that goes like that, and then we can wrap that around there like so. And we can tuck that in the back, or we can wrap it around the other way and wrap that in the front like so. Actually, I was thinking of putting a bead on the end of this, so I might find a bead and come right back. Okay, so I've got this gold bead and I'm going to thread this through that bead. Might be easier said than done. Right. And try a knot so that it doesn't come out. I'm going to try and get that knot right down to the bottom of the sari silk. Ooh. Okay, that will sit down there like so. I could tie a knot there, but I think it will probably be alright. So, other way is better. Pop that under there. And there we go. So, that's my little project for today. And this will go in a pocket in the journal. So a pocket like that, say, would fit in there okay. So that is it. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm quite happy with it. There's plenty of journaling space in here. The backs of all of these tags are easily writable. And I think I am happy to leave the 6 tags in there. I think that still sits okay. And the little bead on there will help keep that closed. Okay, great. All right, no worries. Well, thanks for joining me, and I hope you can join me for my next video. Okay, bye.